subject.
That's right. Everything is hot.
It is. All right, Charles and PJ, thanks for joining me. I'll probably only do about a half an hour on the word atom and the word ecliptic. I've always maintained in my work, my presentations, that the ecliptic is where all knowledge is to be found, okay? And the word atom. I've presented enough evidence and material and proofs that atom is the word. It's the first word of all words. It is the root of all words, thoughts, and things, because it describes how everything happens in the universe together with the ecliptic, because the word atom is on the ecliptic. Now, what is the ecliptic?
Is that a rhetorical
Here it
question?
is.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's rhetorical. I usually ask it as a rhetorical question because a lot of people have forgotten what it is. I mean, we've all done geography at school. We all know about the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, and the equator, and yet we still don't understand that that is what governs everything universally, this ecliptic, because this is the path of the sun. You see, the sun. You can see where my finger is. That's the ecliptic.
Yep.
Now, this is the Tropic of Capricorn, and Australia's down here. So there's a town called Rockhampton, which is right on the ecliptic there, right there, Rockhampton, and it's beautiful. It's tropical. This is all Australia enjoys this tropical weather because of the Tropic of Capricorn. Now, you in the UK, PJ, you're up here closer to the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, so and there's the equator, of course, in between. Now, the ecliptic is the most important thing to understand. Walter Russell said the secret of creation is in the wave, and the wave is this sine wave. Okay, it's a sine wave. That's it. That's the ecliptic, the wave. Okay, sine wave. Now I'm going to show you how this all relates to every subject, every topic, philosophy, religion, science in the universe. This is, in theology, this is the sin of Ave Maria. Ave Maria is Eve. The sin of Eve is this, because this is the sine wave is the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. This is good and this is evil, because here is where winter happens and this is where summer happens, you see. So when Eve eats from the tree, she commits a sin, and then of course she asks her husband Adam, same word, to be a co-signer, a co-sinner with her. And so he also eats of this fruit of tree of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how atom is on the ecliptic. You see, this day here, when the sun actually hits the Tropic of Capricorn on December the 21st, that day there is called St. Thomas's Day. On the other extremity, at the top, the Tropic of Cancer, when the sun hits 21st of June, it enters the Jewish month called Tammuz. Tammuz and Thomas come from atom. So we've got Thomas, and I'm going to show you how Thomas is also here at the equinox, at the autumnal equinox, because you see the sun has to go down. That's autumn going down to the fall. The sun is falling now. This is autumn here. Autumn is atom. It's another way of saying atom, okay? And it begins here, autumn, and I'm going to show you where atom is here, and I'm going to show you where atom is here at the March 21st equinox, when the sign of Aries begins for 30 degrees. About that long, 30 degrees. The sun is in Aries for 30 days and 30 degrees, and that's where atom is. So I'm going to show you atom at the equinox, atom at the solstice, atom at the other equinox, and atom at the other solstice. Atom rules the ecliptic. Atom is the source of all words, all thoughts, and all things. So, and please see my presentation, Atom and the Ecliptic. This one will be called Atom, the Coming One. When you're a Christian, a literalist Christian, you're waiting for the coming one. Oh, he's coming in the clouds. He'll be here soon. Keep waiting. The Lord is coming. And so this concept comes from Egypt. It comes from the Mayan civilization. All civilizations, all ancient civilizations have been adoring the coming one. So let's find out who the coming one is, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, as I said before, one must understand that atom, the Greek word, which means not cuttable,
Undivided.
Yep, undivided, not cuttable because of the alpha privative. The alpha privative changes the meaning of that word. That word Thomas means twin. Twin, twain, two, and so that is twin force, because that is the twin force of electricity. That's what it is. Tom is electricity, electrical force, red and blue. But atom is the unit. It's a unit. It's one. It's not two. And you see, two comes from there. Two, twin, twain, Thomas the twin, Thomas Didymus.
Is that what we say today and tomorrow, or?
Yes, spot on. Because tomorrow
never comes.
tomorrow is the coming one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, people say these days, Santos, when it reaches tomorrow, it becomes today. So, does tomorrow actually ever come?
No, because when you're caught in the atomic world of illusion and you have an
Anatomy, yeah.
anatomy, a body, you're always waiting for tomorrow to come. Tom, tomorrow. Same thing in Italian. Dimus, didymus, dimus is domus. Domus is the same as Thomas. Thomas and domus are the same thing. In Italian, tomorrow becomes domani. The worship of this Lord that is coming is the illusion of worshipping physical matter, of being stuck in physical matter, in soul, in body rather, because it's a body, because light gets trapped in a tomb. You see?
In French, it's also demain. French, domani, demain.
Yeah, demain, demain. Yeah, exactly. It's always dom. Domus, Thomas, tomorrow, domani, demain. The Spanish say mañana. Man, mañana. See, you'll always find man or domus, which is man. Thomas means man, by the way. For instance, let's take another example. First of all, let me explain this. The tomb, you see, Thomas is a tomb, and Tom backwards is mot. Mot. It's actually motor. Atom is motor. That's motor, motion, mother, material, meat, mind.
In French
And
too,
so
MOTS is mot, which means word.
exactly. That's why I said before that this is the word. Atom is the word of God, because mot is hiding in. That's the French word bon mot. And so, but it's also how we mutter. See, Tom hiding there in mutter. It comes from the Latin word motum. You see, mot and tum. Again, tum and Tom backwards. This is the Latin word for mutter, for word. And how do you speak your word? With your mouth. Mouth is backwards for Tom. And what else do you use? You use your teeth. Your teeth are den. Aden. And you also speak with your tongue. A tongue. You see, so the word is in the word tom. This is why all percussive instruments are dom-dom, tum-tum, tambourine, timpali, timbali, tam-tim, tom-tom, doom, dim, dam, dom, whatever. You've noticed already that. Yep.
Tambourine. Yeah, yeah,
Tambourine.
All these.
It's all tam. It's all tom-toms. Because the universe is made not from one big bang, but from billions and billions of little big bangs called tom-toms. Okay? So, what we do is we have, in Spanish, we have Adán. Right? Notice DNA or AND, doesn't matter. DNA, AND, which gives us the hand, which is what man is defined by, his hand. In Latin, it's mano. In Greek, it's andros, the man, which gives us Andrew, which is the DNA of man. Andros with the hand. The man who has the hand. Man. Here, mano is the Latin word. Same thing. Here we manage, manifest, manipulate, manufacture, manuscript, maneuver, manacles, manhandle. In Japanese, man is dansei. That's man. Dansei. You see?
Also,
Adan. Adan.
Yeah.
See? Okay? So it's all in the word. As I said, atom is the root and cause of all words, period. They all go back to atom. And I can show you this if I have, 100 hours. But I'm going to try and do it concisely and short in a few minutes. Now, you see, atom is all about light. Dim, the dim light. It's also about forgetfulness. In Italian, mind, to forget. Dim. Dimenticare means to forget. Dim light. You see, the Adamic race is damned. Made from mud. The dirt or the sand. Remember the word and?
Mhm.
And also gives you land. See, what is land? Well, our bodies are made of land, because andros, Adam, the man, when you put the L in front of andros, it's the 12th letter of the alphabet, and of course the sun has 12 signs. So L is the sun, Helios. It's also Saturn, but in this case, El is for the divine Elohim. Elohim, Elohim. El is light, the lamp, the Lamb of God. In Revelation 21:23, it says, "The city of God does not need the sun, because the Lamb dwelleth therein," and the Lamb is the lamp, because Lamb becomes the lamp, light. L is for light. And so we are land. We have light and DNA, and we become a man. Okay? Now,
Some of us are androids.
yeah, androids. This is why when Adam was created, the first thing God did was he put him to sleep, didn't he?
Dormir, yeah.
Dormir, to sleep. Dormant.
Yeah,
This is
dormant.
why and so, yeah, and so we're in a dormitory because we're made of atoms. Dormant, it means to sleep. This is what makes us dumb. Backwards for mud, from which we are made. Dumb. Okay. Now, and this is why, what do you think words like, see, Tom means twin, doesn't it? Tom, same thing, tan.
You can play with the words, and yeah, like you could take the M, put upside down, becomes a W, and it's two. Like you can, yeah, it's like you can play around with it a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look what you've got here. Tan and dem. You see, in Japanese, denki is electricity. Denshi is battery. Yes, because as I said before, Tom is twin electrical force, positive and negative, boy, girl, yin, yang. And so denki, which comes from the word twin, ki is ki energy, as in Reiki.
Or chi, or yeah,
Or
okay.
chi. Yep, chi. So twin energy, twin, den. Everywhere you see dum, dom, tom, tan, dem, because T and D are interchangeable and M and N are interchangeable. That's why you can do things together in tandem. Why does a drummer always play his tom-toms? Yeah? Okay, so this electrical force, electricity is the demiurge, Jehovah, Jesus, Quetzalcoatl, Viracat, doesn't matter. If it's got a name, it's a demigod. It's not prime creator. Prime creator is magnetism. This Tom, without the A in front of it, this Tom, he is the second creator. He is the twin force of electricity. You see, you've heard of the demiurgos, the demigods. Well, whoever they are, archons, Elohim, potters of Memphis, etc., etc. It always goes back to this twin force of dum, dem, dim, the dim light. So you see, you're getting the point there, don't you? You see, the universe is made. How is the universe made according to the scriptures? Well, it's made out of love, isn't it? Amore. Adamo Adamo is Italian for Adam. Amor. Amor.
In French, amour.
The universe is also made of
Wisdom.
made by wisdomus. Isis and Domus. Everything is Isis and Domus. Boy and girl. Everything. This is why Adam is a madam. Adon is Donna. See, Anna and Tommy make up our body because our body is hermaphrodite. Hermes and Aphrodite. Androgynous. Anna and Tommy. Anna means fire. This is the word for fire. You see, because that's exactly what the atom is. It's fire. It's heat. It is the stuff that creates the universe, the heat that comes out of it. It's hot and cold because Adam means red. And backwards, let's get that and take it backwards.
Madame or madam, yeah.
Exactly. Mad, the race of mad mankind. Madre, mother. You see, atom is a tomb, but mother, see, Mot is the consort of Ra. It's the word of God. As you said, it's French for word, okay? Mouth, etc. Mot, her. Yes, that's her, our mother. And she has a womb.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tom is a tomb and mother has a womb because light, magnetic light, when it penetrates matter, it gets entombed. And it's hot. It's red because Adam means red. Mother, Maria, is blue because Maria means the oceans, the waters, all the waters of the universe is Maria. Mary, mare, Mars, Mary. Mare is one in Italian. Mare is one. And Maria is two or more than two. So whatever word you take, however you spell Adam, whether you spell it Aten as Akhenaten did or Atum, and the Egyptians said that all is Atum. All is Atum. They revered this word. They said this is the most sacred of all the words. Hence, this is why, you know, we find here that this can mean man, or it can mean home. You see, let's have a look at that one, shall we? Dom, domicile.
So you're saying, okay, yeah. Huh.
How do you say man in French?
Hum. Two M's. Yeah. Yes.
Home, it matters not, because the atom is describing our home, our kingdom.
Also, you say mansion in French. Mr. is monsieur is almost like mansion. Monsieur. Monsieur.
Japanese, Chinese, French, it matters not. It's all syncretism. We have one language. It's the language of light. It's the atomic language of light. Period.
That's so interesting. That is. You're making my mind go like, especially when you two languages you learn, eh? Like when you know two languages, it makes you really sink into this.
Yep. You see, when Adam and Eve were created, they were created dun, nude, in need, Dean, Din, Don, Dean, Dan. It matters not. There's one language and it's all there. This is why the scriptures say God confused the languages at Babylon. Confused, fuse, doesn't mean to make them scatter and split apart and everything. It means they are fused. They are all connected. They're all syncretic. There's only one language, the language of light. Call it Hebrew, Sanskrit, Greek, doesn't matter. Egyptians jump up and say, oh, we are the ones, the Jews, oh, Hebrews the great, the Greeks, you know, as arrogant as and as boisterous as they are, they claim that everyone else is a barbarian, and they only have the, you know, it's a crock. There's only one language, and it's called root language. And English is root language, and that's it. English is far superior than any other language for astrotheology, for science, for anything. Anything. It shits all over Greek, Hebrew, Egyptian. Forget about it. Forget about all the other languages. English is it. And I'm here to prove it. And I'm doing it, and it's done. It is done.
Yeah,
oh yeah, look, I'm quite happy to silence all the arrogant racist people, you know, whether they be Italian or Greek. Oh, everyone else is inferior and we have crock of shit. They're all the same. They're all one language. And until we learn this, we will never have unity and peace on the planet, period. We are all one, and we all come from atom. We are all atomites. This is the succession of all the prophets that ever were. Atom is first. Call him Adam. Then Noah.
Noah sounds like to know something, the knower, or, you know. It's,
yeah, I'll show you who Noah is in a minute. You go to Egypt and he's called Nu. Google images Nu and you'll see Noah, and he's holding up a bark, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 souls, and they're all in the bark, and Noah's holding up, and that's 8 souls, and this guy's called Nu. Google image it and you'll see it. Okay? Abraham. Notice the word ram in here, please. So we've got, there's seven prophets, okay? There's always 7, always. Adam is first. Noah, Abraham, Jacob becomes Israel. Jacob. Hey, I've got to get this right. Hang on. Moses. Where's Moses? Moses. Oh, shit. That's terrible. Let's try and write. I haven't got much room here. I better bring this forward. That's better. Moses. So Adam, Noah, Abraham, Jacob, Moses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jesus and Muhammad. These are all the prophets of God. You know what they are?
Well, essentially, like I'm trying to make the connection where, because Abraham, which abracadabra, like you were saying, like vibration and like, so and then.
I'll tell you who they are.
Oh, the ecliptic.
They are all the ecliptic. That's it. This ark that Noah holds, this ark, what it's telling you is that the octave or the septenary, which controls physical creation, is in an arc. The arc is the ecliptic. You see the arc, it goes up, it arches up to the Tropic of Cancer. That's the holy arch of Hiram Abiff. The Freemasons always have that arch. Just Google images, the arch of the Freemasons of the Zodiac. You know, the royal stone, the royal arch. Just Google that, okay? And you will see that that is the ark of Noah. Noah is the ecliptic. Adam is the coming one, Domus, the one that is coming. The ram, it's the Lamb of God. These are all the lamb of God. They're all of them. It's all the lamb. Abraham is the same as Brahma. Brahma. You see, the creator. Bra, vibration, abrasion. Abrasion. abraxas, abracadabra, vibration, reverberation. It's how the ecliptic creates, the sun creates on the ecliptic. Jacob becomes Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. Moses is Mars, the ruler of Aries, the ram. Jesus is the Lamb of God. Muhammad is, well, there it is, Adam. Can you see the word Adam there? A D E M. It's all Adam. They are all Adam. We are all Adamites. All words go back to Adam. These are the 7 prophets according to the monotheistic Abrahamic religions, and they are all the ecliptic. There's nothing else but the ecliptic going on. Nothing. Absolutely nothing is going on except for the ecliptic. And so this is why you always find this word dom, 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 dom. When I went to Glastonbury last year, I did a presentation called the Glastonbury Zodiac. And when you come to the region of Gemini, there are 2 twin mountains there, you see. Every region has peculiar traits that actually fit with the 12 zodiac signs. You know what they call that? You know what they call that? Those mountains?
Dundan or Dundun? Dundun.
Dundon.
Dundun. Okay.
Dundon, dear friends. It's the twin. It's the twin force of electricity. Gemini. See, Adam was a donor of a rib to make Eve when he was put to sleep. And what is that rib? Well, the rib is an ion, an anion, anion and cation, positive ion, negative ion. You see, ioni equals Eve, who is everywhere. Eve. Ions are everywhere. Eve. Ion. So when you get a positive ion, this is why, you know, Eve is so, sometimes she's praised. She's our beautiful mother. She's a positive ion. And other times she's a bit of a whore, you know, venereal disease, Venus, Eve, etc. And so from these you get anodes and cathodes, do you not? What about cathedrals? Negative. Cations, negative. Cathodes, negative. When you have a battery, that is an anode, and that, your battery, that is a cathode. Anode, cathode. Cathedrals, I'll do that properly. Anna, Catha. You see, what is the Catholic Church? A negative. Whether it's positive or negative, it matters not, because they harvest the energy for ill will and for doing evil things, you see, because I don't have much room here, so excuse me, guys. This is, it's, you know, I'm in a small place here, so it's hard to do. This is why all children, what he came to, he murdered Dum, his brother, didn't he? Went off to the land of Nod. Don. To go to sleep. Dom. Okay, so you're seeing the point, aren't you? It's pretty good, isn't it?
I was actually
right.
I was looking at the word Orion while you were doing that. On one of your other talks, you went into the O and the original, and you know, with the word or, and I've just tried to attach that to the ion to see if I could make anything of it.
Yeah, it is. It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
Or iron, you see. We have the girl's name, Iris. That's the woman's name. It's the same as Ione, which is Isis. Same thing, Isis. But if you put Osiris, you begin to see. That's why the Persians have Cyrus the Great. Well, that's Osiris. There's only one. There's only one Domus. But he has many names. And they all go back to Atum. This is why the Hindus say Om, On in their meditations. Because it's the word of God. Atom. The Hindus say Atma. That's it. That's the chief Atma. And that's why in Hindu they say Maha Atma, a great soul, like Babaji.
Like Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi.
Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi. Atma. It's all atom.
Huh.
Everything.
Solomon,
everything.
King Solomon, soul on.
It's all here. It's all here, guys. Nothing does not come from that word. That is the word of God.
So essentially, what you're sharing with us is if you learn quite a bit about that, you can pretty much learn a lot of the languages with a lot more ease throughout the world, essentially, right?
That's how I've learnt languages. I can speak a few languages, and how I did it is through
association. Yeah.
I think that's actually two S's. I don't know. Yeah, association, man.
Yeah.
Association, because they're all related. I grew up on two languages, okay? English and Calabrese. See that? Labra. That's the same as abracadabra. And that's a dialect. That's an Italian dialect. When I became a teenager, I started learning. I learned Italian, and Italian is very, very similar to Calabrese. Okay, they're two languages in their own right, but similar. That's how I learned Italian very, very quickly. Then I went to Spanish. So Italian, then Spanish, then Portuguese, then French. Right? And you know what? All of these, they're all related. And I used to teach people languages. When I was a Jehovah's Witness, I used to make some extra income so I could be a regular pioneer by teaching languages. And I used to teach people how? Through association. I taught them that association is the way to learn all languages because they're all related. They are all interrelated. There's no separation in the universe of anything. There's no division, divide and conquer. It doesn't exist. It's a crock of shit. Everything is united. Everything is one. It all goes back to atom. All things go back to atom on the ecliptic. Let me show you the ecliptic. So this ecliptic, when you do the planet like that, and you put the equator in, then you put the Tropic of Cancer up here and the Tropic of Capricorn here, and then you do that path of the sun. That's the Royal Arch of the Freemasons, and this is nothing because it's down in hell. So this is good, this is evil, yin and yang. I mean, it's the same thing as this when you do the the yin and yang. That's what this is, okay? So when you consider the solstices here, these are the solstices. That's the 21st of June. This is the 21st of December. Here's the 21st of March. And here is 21st of September. Okay? Now, this day here is called well, let's do it properly. Saint Thomas Day. That day there, man. These are the 4 tropical points, okay? Here is spring, here is summer, here is autumn, autumn. That's all of autumn, all of that. And here is winter, okay? That is called St. Thomas Day. This, the sign of Cancer, that's the sign of Cancer because that's the Tropic of Cancer, so this is the sign of Cancer. That, in the Jewish system, is called Tammuz. Okay? Now, so we've got the 2 solstices belong to Tom. Okay? Here, the sign of Libra, where autumn begins, here is where Saturn exalts. Let's spell Saturn in that manner, shall we, so that we can discover who Aten of the Egyptians is. Aten, or Aton, matters not. It's Satan, Saturn, Aten. Saturn exalts in Libra. Saturn exalts at the equinox, here. Over the opposite side in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, here, he falls. So we've got Saturn falls here, exalts here, Tammuz begins there, St. Thomas Day is here, and to boot, on the 3rd of July, Apohelion Day, when the sun is at apohelion, please check out the word apohelion. Let's do this again, because I'm having fun. In fact, let's do a big one. Let's now enlarge it. Here's the Tropic of Cancer. Here's the Tropic of Capricorn. There's the equator. So we've got the solstices here. This is Tammuz, the month of Tammuz, Cancer. Tammuz in the year. This is St. Tom's Day. So you go down to Hell and Tommy in the autumn. Or tomb, because the sun goes down to Hell and Tommy. Tommy is waiting on the day of the solstice to crucify the sun. Okay, then you've got Saturn exalting here at 10. You've got Saturn falling here, falling. So Tom, 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 Tom. And on the 3rd of July, Apohelion Day, Apohelion, this day is called the feast of Saint Thomas. I think something's going on, guys, and let me tell you what's going on. You want to see Tom? Here's a cathedral. Here's a beautiful cathedral, right? And what do they have on top of the cathedral? A big cross, yeah? Let's put the cross down, shall we?
With the circle, yeah, it's the, yeah.
Tom, Thomas, Saint Thomas, autumn, Thomas falling. Tom. Do you see where it is? See the M?
Yep.
T-O. M, because the sign of Aries, you know, the McDonald's hamburger sign, Aries, the Ram of God. See, this M is for meridian. Don, meridian. So what you have here, this line is called the meridian, this one here, and this is your M, or you can even find the Greek omega. And guess what the symbol of Libra is, where Saturn exalts. The symbol of Libra is that. That's the symbol of Libra. That's the symbol of Aries, and opposite that is the symbol, the glyph of Libra. Aries is here, Libra is here. Because that's Tom. And you see, Tom, all churches are devoted to the coming one tomorrow. He's a-coming in the clouds, guys. Keep a-waiting. In the meantime, that good old government that God installed, he's going to sodomize you up the butt, bend over, good and hard. But Jesus is coming. There he is. In the clouds. Been waiting 2015 years. Whoops. No, it's a pelican. Whoop. And he did a poo. Dang. But just take that shit out of your eyes, all you Christians, because he's still coming for another 2,000 years. Because he'll always be coming. Because it's Tom. It's the atom. It's the atomic nature of the universe. Okay, so look, that's about it. Unless you've got questions, guys.
That's pretty interesting. I like that's
Is that where they get the perihelion from, Santos?
Perihelion? Perihelion means, see, let me show you this. Let's go back to this. Can you see the board well?
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
There's Tom. As we said, that month there is Tammuz. And over here, just one day before July the 4th, Apohelion Day, Apo and Peri. Helion. Helios is the sun, and we get helix from that, the DNA. Because the two strands of the DNA belong to the sun, because the sun is the spiral, the spirit, the feathered serpent. Apohelion means longest, that supposedly the earth is further away, the furthest point away from the sun here. Directly opposite, on January 1st, 3rd, we have perihelion. See, apohelion is called Tammuz Day, and perihelion is over here, opposite, and the sun here is closest to the earth. Furthest from the earth, Apo, closest to the earth, Peri. Okay? So
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
For those on the northern hemisphere.
Yeah, but nonetheless, yeah, a lot of people get stumbled by this. They say, oh, yes, but astrology only works in the northern hemisphere, and all of this stuff you're talking about, Santos, it's all in the northern hemisphere. Yes, it is. It's unidirectional. There's no... The southern hemisphere has its own stuff, but everything in this science is one direction, and it comes from the north. The northern stars is from Polaris, and everything comes from that direction. So me being born in Australia in the southern hemisphere on March the 24th, I'm still Aryan. I'm still Aryan. That does not change, because astrology is governed by the ecliptic. And on March the 21st, when the sun enters, on the March 21st, the sun will always be, always, in Aries. regardless of precessional slippage. You know, in the East, they tell you that sidereal astrology rules because Aries is not here anymore. It's here. It's 30 degrees. It's slipped down to here. So when you go to you know, your internet and you look at the skies, you'll see astrology will tell you that the sun now is in Aquarius, but you go to all of the internet sites that show you the skies and even your smartphone, and you'll see that the sun is actually in Capricorn. And you go, well, hang on, it's wrong. Astrology is wrong. No, it's not, because the sun is in Aquarius on the ecliptic. It matters not that the constellations behind the ecliptic have slipped, because the constellations are there as pictographs. They are there just to say the stars of Aries, that they are there just to occupy that spot on the ecliptic. If they slip, which they do every 25,000 years, Aries will still always be there, because this is the spring, summer. See, the ecliptic never goes out of whack with the seasons, but sidereal astrology does.
Okay.
And so this rules, because what rules is where the planets are on the ecliptic. You see, this is also the morning. 6 a.m., 12 midday, 6 p.m., 12 midnight. So the day is here and the year is here. Well, Aries always represents the morning hours of 6 to 8. This will never change. 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock always turn up every day. And Aries symbolically rules that portion of the day, symbolically. And it also rules the spring of March and April. It can never change. The ecliptic can never change. And the ecliptic rules astrology. I try to keep telling people, but you know, I get a lot of people who watch 10 minutes of my presentations and they come back to me, oh, Santos, you know, they write to me in a hurry, oh yeah, I like what you're doing, it's pretty cool, but you know that tropical astrology is wrong? I mean, please. What I say to people is go back and watch all my presentations, because then you will know that this is how astrology works. It doesn't work by the stars. The stars are just pictures, and they're just symbolically there. They're not, you know, I mean, they're symbolically a part of astrology, because the astrologers of ancient times, especially the Egyptians, they knew that the ecliptic rules astrology, nothing else. Not stars, no nothing in the background. So there you go, guys.
Really interesting.
Yep.
I've listened to quite a bit of your presentations, and like it makes a lot of sense what you're saying about like how, because essentially the sun, everything is pretty much following the sun. Like the sun is spiraling. It's not essentially just rotating. It's actually spiraling, right? When you look at how like all the zodiacs and all that kind of stuff, they actually follow the sun, not the other way around. Yeah, that's it. Because yeah, like for anyone to think that you know, the stars or whatever, like that's in our planets are leading the sun. No, it's the sun leading. It's then where like all the source, our energy, or the light, all that kind of stuff comes from the sun. Without that, essentially, we don't have much existence on this planet.
No, exactly. The sun is the cause of all life, all atoms, all forms, thoughts, things in the solar system. Nothing else is responsible for it. The sun has co-helpers, and they are the planets, and the planets refract the white light of the sun.
That's right.
They refract, they refract the abrasive. Abrasion's what's going on. Abracadabra means I create through speech. The word is atom. Abraham, abrasion, reverberation, vibration, all of this bra stuff, all it is red and blue. Okay? And what you have is you have blue spirals and at the same time red spiral going that way, blue spiral going that way, and they coexist. That's electrical force. There has never been anything produced in the universe that exists. Sorry, yeah. Did you see me do that? That's abrasion.
In bottom corner. Yeah.
That's abrasion. So you've got a red spiral getting. See the work of Walter Russell. So the red spiral starts here and goes out like that, and the blue spiral starts at the opposite end and goes out like that. And that's what's going on. That is abracadabra. That's abrasion. That's atom. That's the word of God. Atom is in here. These are the equinoxes, and these are the solstices.
It's funny because you look at the symbol, it looks like the Saturnalian symbol as well, right? Like the
yeah, the vector.
Yeah, because look at Bluetooth symbol, you'll actually see that kind of symbol almost.
Nike, the NASA symbol. It's all this because they know that there's only one thing going on in the universe: electricity, electrical force, and it's the demiurge. You see, this is why we are all children of
demons.
We're all demigods, demons, demented, damned, mad.
From different dimensions.
Dimensions. It's all atom. Everything is atom. Everything. Nothing is not atom. All religions acknowledge this. The Hindus call it Atma. Islam call it atom. And they always say, the Islamists, I learned this when I was a Jehovah's Witness. They said, did you know that Adam was first created in the sky, then he was brought down to the... Of course he was, because Adam is the ecliptic. Noah is the ecliptic. Jesus is the ecliptic. It's all the ecliptic. Everything is the ecliptic. The ecliptic runs from here, 21st of March, Aries, the cerebrum, Taurus, Gemini, the twins, the two lungs, Cancer, Leo, the lion heart, the tribe of Judah, Virgo, the belly, the little pot belly. That the ecliptic is in my body. The ecliptic is on the photon. It's on the neutron, the electron. It's on everything. Everything, every planet, everything that exists is doing an ecliptic.
That's what they say. God created us in His image, in a sense. It's like the whole.
Yeah, because God's image is atom. That's Tom. Tom, 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 or Tom. St. Thomas's feast in the month of Tammuz. See, everything has to do with atomic nature, and this explains electricity. Electricity is positive and negative, and electricity has, you see, the Egyptians, they say, Atum. He says, I am the one that comes from 1, and I become 2, then I become 4, then I become 8, then I go back to 1. Well, here's 1. This is one thing. Divided by 2. Positive summer, negative winter. Positive day, negative day. Which becomes 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And then it becomes 8, because you've got your cross-quarter days. 1st of February, Groundhog's Day. 1st of May, May Day. 1st of August, Love Mass Day. 1st of November, Halloween's Day. And then once all that's summed up, it all goes back to 1 again. Atum. That's atom. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back to 1. And that's it. That's the story of creation. This explains electrical force. This explains universal God thinking, mind thinking. Universal mind thinking. This is how thought happens. It's a vibration. Everything starts here at balance point. This is when the sun is rising every day. This is where it sets. This is where the spring begins on the equinox every day. These two are the holy, holy days. These are called the two candlesticks, the two covenants. What does venant mean in French, Charles?
Venant means to come.
Yes.
Venant. Yeah.
The coming one. These are the two covenants. This is the covenant of works, because you work here, so you can get the harvest in Virgo. This is where the blossom starts here in Aries, and all the fruits grow. This is where the Jews celebrate the first fruits over here. Then they come up to here, and then you've got Leo the lion, midsummer. It produces all the grapes are ripened and everything. This is where the harvest happens. So this is the covenant of works. This is the covenant of rest. This is the tree of life. This is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Good and evil. When Virgo, Eve, eats from there, Ophiuchus, which is a deacon of Scorpio, his head is right here next to the scales of Libra. So you've got Venus, Virgo, the tree of good and evil, Libra, Scorpio, where Ophiuchus is holding the serpent, and serpent's caput, the head of the serpent is right.
Oh, you're breaking up there, Jeff.
Slightly losing connection
Breaking up?
to Santos.
Yeah, hold on, I think. Gonna plug my laptop.
How's that? Any better?
Yeah,
that's better.
It's funny because September, you're talking about the serpent. September, serpent. It's actually all, and also meaning 7, which is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's the 7th. Because September is the 7th month. Because if you start properly with Aries, 1, Taurus, Gemini 2, Taurus 2, Gemini 3, Cancer 4, Leo 5, Virgo 6, Libra is 7, and that's where Saturn exalts. Remember, Saturn is Saturnos, and so that's where. Yeah. So so you've got Virgo, Libra, the scales, and Ophiuchus and serpent's caput. So the head of the serpent is right next to the tree, and the serpent is seducing Eve and saying, "Why don't you eat? Why don't you cross this point? Come on." Get out of the summer, which is good, and go down to the winter, which is bad, and eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. All theology is here, man. All theology. See my presentations. It's all here.
It's funny because you see with me here, it's giving me quite a bit of clarity about certain things, because I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist myself, and you're talking about red and blue. It's pretty much as Jason and Boaz, the two pillars. There's red and blue. And so, it's just because right now here in Ottawa, I'm trying to figure out a lot of stuff about what happened with the shooting that happened. And earlier you were talking about Osiris and Sorello, the soldier that got killed. If you look up the name Sorello, actually means little descendant of Cyrus.
Yep. Yeah, everything does. My name means little descendant of Cyrus. Santos means son of the sun. Charles means son of the sun. All names. I've proven this in my presentations. Everything goes back to the sun, atom. Atom is the sun, which Akhenaten called atom or aton. You see, but in here you see the words note, because not only is it tom-toms and percussive instruments, it's a note. You see, Adam has a mate. Atem, backwards.
Yeah.
Etam, atom, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everything goes back to atom. All words, everything, all thoughts. Just meditate on that word, because this is the great, great word that will bring us home to unity. That's unity there. The ether.
So it doesn't, like, if you say to meditate on the word, so atom, aten, atum, all that, it's pretty much any of those is essentially you're saying that if you meditate on that, it's going to help you kind of get that clarity.
All is atum. All is atum. Atom, Adam, whatever you want to call it, but you've got to produce that. You've got to produce the percussive T or D.
Mm-hmm.
That's percussive, and with a liquid ending, M or N, because this is but you cannot prolong a T. That's why it's got this. That's why it's got that look about it, because it's fire and earth. It's the elements clashing together to produce matter. That's how matter is produced, through the T, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, and D is the fourth letter of the alphabet. D is the doorway. 4 is a door. D, delta. You know, the Greek delta. It has everything that has fourness about it has death about it. The number 4 in Japanese is shi. Shi means death. This is death, the tomb, the door. So if you produce this percussive sound, a T or a D, followed by an M or an N, you've got creation. You're creating. You're a creator. This is why we need to learn how powerful words are, because we can create a new world here. We can create the world of peace and unity that we want, instead of the world of division,
Mm-hmm.
of dimensions that are unending. Why don't we return to the one? See, that's one, but when you take the A away, it becomes two. You see, in every language, it's two has a t sound to it. You know, in all languages. In Italian, it's due.
In French,
in Japan, and that's Saturn, because remember we told you that Tom, that's basically T-O, Tom, Saturn. In Japanese, they have that's called Do. Doyobi, the earth. That's the symbol for earth. Saturn is the ruler of earth. Earth, Do, To.
that's what they call it, a dojo. Do. Place of enlightenment.
Do. It's all the same. It's all one language. Doesn't matter whether you go to China and do this. Doesn't matter where people say, "Oh yes, but you've done this in English, Santos. Oh, very clever. Try doing it." I have. I've done it in Italian. Check out all my hundreds of presentations in Italian on YouTube. Check out all the hundreds in Spanish. Check out. I've done a few in Portuguese. I've included Chinese characters. I've included Japanese. I've included Hebrew. I've included Sanskrit. It's all syncretized, man. You see, what's going on is this, and I'll finish up with this. Okay. All elements are vibratory. That is what's going on. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. And in the middle is the ecliptic. This is why you've got M for Mary, maritime. V for vapor. A for air. Sorry, I can't spell. Is that right? Air? A-I-R, yes?
Where the word Aries come from?
Yes, Aries, fire. Water. In French, verser. All the elements: air, fire, water, air, earth, ether. They all go back to this vibration. That's the elements. That's what's going on. That's why you have M. You've got M, W, V, A, N, N is also, the letter N is for, let's try the letter N, shall we? In Italian, nautical, water, nautical, naval.
Yeah.
It's
Naval en français.
It's exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's it. We'll do. We can do a continuation of this. I've got so much material I've left out that it's not funny, but kind of annoys me that I just can't, you know, put it all down. I'd have to write a book, but that's it, guys. It's all about electricity. Everything, atom, electrical force, which comes from magnetism, which is power.
It's funny that the fifth letter of the alphabet is E. Electricity, essence, it's all E. My name is Eros, which means God of Love. With Charles Eros is E-R-O-S. And so I was like, all the E's. It's fifth, the fifth element. That's interesting. Wow. Huh.
Excellent.
Keep blowing my mind,
guys.
Love it, man. Yeah.
Right, thanks a lot,
Pete.
for that.
It must be about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Not far from
you've done a great job. Please post these and, you know, try and get them out there. So monotheistic killers who are, because they don't accept their monotheistic literal faith, whereas we all only have one religion on the planet. It's the religion of light, the science of light.
Yeah, light and syncretism.
Yep, it's all syncretism, man. No more divide and conquer. We are the ones we've been waiting for, and the light is with us, and all is light, all is atum. Everything happens on the ecliptic.
Comes down to know thyself. Get to know thyself and know and
that's what all this does.
Yeah.
It's the only way to knowing your true self.
Yeah.
The only way.
That's the thing, Like when you talk with other people that they try to share certain their prerogatives, and if you look, if they don't know themselves very well, it's kind of hard to give them credibility, right? So the more you get to know yourself, the more you have that confidence in knowing it and being able to share with others, the more people tend to want to listen and continue on with what you're sharing, as compared to when you're not in the know. It's makes a lot of sense. I share a lot of your stuff, Santos, with my friends, and a lot of my friends give me good feedback about you, and I appreciate the fact that you share that with the world, brother.
Yeah. There's also the other side. There's also people who are rubbishing this because they're simply not ready for it. They don't understand anything of it, and so they're still in the land of beliefs. Oh, Santos. Some woman wrote to me the other day on Facebook saying, we have different beliefs, and I wrote back and said, well, I don't deal in beliefs. I deal in what I know. And so if you're still believing, goodbye, because you're useless to us, because we are the knowers. We know the truth. We don't believe in some theology, some corporate church, or some literal rendition of these wonderful truths, because everything that was ever written was written about the ecliptic. Nothing never was. Nursery rhymes to gospels. The ecliptic. That's it. And if you don't know that, well, then you're not even human. You're just a reincarnated swine or some kind of an animal, because only animals can't reason and know these things. Humans are divine, and they are in the middle kingdom, and they can know all things.
That's right. Well, if you look at even Jesus, when he was they say he was crucified on the cross with the two thieves. It's essentially, if you look at it, actually shows you got quite a bit of symbolism within that, right? Like to know about the ecliptic and all, it's all there.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And a lot of people, they praise these symbols and they say, "Oh, this is God," but it's like God is not a symbol. You can't really look at God as a symbol. Essentially, God is, it's everything. It's a wider scale than that. You can't just say, "Oh, concentrate on energy on a cross or something," and say, "Oh, well, God will answer you." It doesn't make any sense. Life, everything is all God. It's all part of the same. And to minimize God in that sense is just you're not really honoring Him or honoring the idea of it, right? Or what it is, essentially, right? So.
Well, the God of the Christians is the hero of the Christians is Jesus, and in the Bible it says clearly that Jesus walked with his 12 along the circuit of Galilee. I challenge all I challenge all Christians to look in Strong's Concordance. You can do it online and look up the circuit of Galilee, and what you'll find is it's the ecliptic. Jesus, the sun, and the 12 signs of the zodiac are always on the ecliptic. And I'll finish with that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Santos. Thanks, Charles, for joining.
All right, PJ. Well, hey, that was fun. Thank you.